Well, hey fans, welcome back to another TV review, and today we're talking about Daredevil Born Again. So Daredevil Born Again, this is technically Daredevil Born Again Season 1, but yes, it is technically Daredevil Season 4, the Netflix original show that was part of that, Netflix MCU series with Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and Iron Fist, and Punisher. I guess that was also a show. This is the 4th season of that. Of course, they had to rebrand it on Disney so they don't have to pay people more money, but it originally was going to start out as a complete reboot. We first had the Daredevil character appear in Spider-Man No Way Home, and they didn't do too much with the character. Then he really appeared in that one amazing scene. And then, of course, after that, he appeared in She-Hulk. I almost forgot, he also appeared in Echo. Or if he didn't appear in Echo, he appeared in Hawkeye. One of those shows did. No, he appeared in Echo. He was in that one of her flashbacks where she fought him. So, yeah, Daredevil, he's appeared the most of all these Netflix characters in the MCU. Now, the plan was that this was going to be a Daredevil set in the MCU, was going to be separate from the Netflix shows, and his backstory was going to be very similar to the Netflix shows, but they didn't have to adhere to that canon. But after retooling this show, they filmed most of it, realized it didn't work, brought back pretty much a lot of the old showrunners, retooled it. I think they just shot like a new opening episode and a new final episode, and now all those Netflix shows are canon, so we have Daredevil Born Again, and it fits into that very well. Now, they didn't bring like everybody back. Like I said, they had to retool the show the best they could. And I'm getting this review out super late. I know I'm saying that Daredevil Born Again Season 2 starts tonight, and who knows when I'll have this edited and put out. But Season 1, I thought it was fine. It was fine. It was clearly a mess. But, enjoyable. I want to see where they are going with this. I like the new opener they shot. I like the way they brought in Frank Castle this season. And his, the repertoire he has with Matt Murdock is great. The cameo from Kamala Khan's father in that bottle episode, which a lot of people hate that bottle episode. I think the bottle episode was fine. I actually really enjoyed the episode. I thought it was fun. I think you can do more bottle episodes like that of these shows, and using that, bring in characters from other shows. But back to the storyline. In this storyline, it is many years after the Netflix series, so it is after the blip, and Matt Murdock has quit being Daredevil because Foggy was killed by Bullseye, and apparently after that happened, he just attempted to kill Bullseye. He just threw him off of a roof. And those who watched the Netflix shows knew that would not kill Bullseye because he has that metal spine because of him previously dying. I don't know, but Bullseye survived. He stops being Daredevil, and this series is about Daredevil being reborn, him putting on the outfit again and starting to become a vigilante again. And like I said, it is a mess, but I think it is enjoyable. It is nowhere near as good as the Netflix show, but we'll see if they can improve that with Season 2. I think Charlie Cox has still got it. I think Deborah Ann Woll has still got it. Jon Bernthal, of course, definitely still has it as Frank Castle. And Vincent D'Onofrio, and I really like what they did with his character following his appearance in Echo, and it is canon in that. They bring all from Hawkeye, Echo, they bring all it up. He has the eye scar from where he was shot. He kind of mentions, he's been betrayed in the past, all of that. But he is smaller than he was in any of those shows, mainly because Vincent D'Onofrio, for one, didn't want to gain the weight to play the character, and he didn't want to wear the fat suit. So they actually weave that into the story where Murdock says, hey, if you lost a little bit of weight, and apparently Kingpin's like, yes, and makes him less intimidating, but he still has all that strength that he has. Now, him becoming mayor, that storyline, it does seem like part of that is a carryover from Echo of him trying to do good, but he's still an evil son of a bitch, because what he does to a character at the end of this series is very, very brutal. This is one of the most brutal things that Disney's ever put out, to be honest with you. There's a scene where, like, in modern day language, there's a lot of, I don't know how to say this, back the blue cops who use the Punisher logo, and they've kind of adopted it as like their thing, even though that's not really what the Punisher stands for or would be about. And they address that storyline in this show with all these cops who idolize the Punisher. And he tells them, like, if you want a hero, you need to idolize Captain America, not me. I'm not the guy. And he goes through this whole thing, like they're fighting him, and like he's killing some of them, but they don't kill him, which is weird to me. Is like, this is, why is Kingpin leaving this guy alive? I understood the scene, but it was weird to have the Punisher survive that because of plot armor. White Tiger appears in this series, very briefly. Unfortunately, he is killed off, but I do want to know more about that because they mentioned the fact that he legit has superpowers. He has like quick reflex and strength. Unfortunately, it did not help him in the way that he was taken out, but being how lawyers in today's world have to deal with like superpowered individuals, I want to see them delve more into that in the next season. They mentioned Skrulls. They do mention Skrulls. Everybody wants to forget Secret Invasion, but there is a character who mentions Skrulls in this season. Like I said, there was so much Marvel had to do with this show. And the fact that they retold it and it came out even remotely okay, I think is fine. So in terms of a score, I'm going to give Daredevil Born Again Season 1 an average 3 out of 10. You know, they did a lot of retooling. They couldn't quite save it, but it was still like an enjoyable watch. Hopefully this improves with Season 2 and Season 3, which is already in production. Punisher's getting his own special. I can't wait to watch that. Whatever Marvel is doing to, like, their TV show started off great, started to decline. They're getting back up there. We'll see how they go. And I thank you guys again for joining me for this TV review. Remember, you can find the full review on YouTube and the website, flipfrogllc.com/flixfrog. Remember, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Reddit. And please, pretty please, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, I'll be seeing you.